She's shaking her maracas. She's shaking her maracas. I saw you in the background. Like,
Did you?
what's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. You are
Yes.
into another episode of Access Granted the Pod Stream.
Yes, indeed.
I feel like we've been gone forever, ever.
I know.
It's like we took the month of December off and then we came back and just decided we was going to be on a totally different schedule.
We're doing it our way.
Yeah, we're doing it our way. Your boy, Mr. Antoine, is in the building. And as you can see, my sister with the maracas is in the building. Alenia Renee, hello there. Hello there.
Hello.
There. Okay,
it's good to be back. It's good to be back today.
It's great to be back. And it's funny because I never feel like coming back until about 6:45.
Do you feel the energy?
And then I'd be like, okay, yeah, we can go ahead and do this. Selena got in. Our guest got here on time. She was early, so she didn't call me at like 6:41 and be like, I got to cancel, and
right.
stuff like that. So. What's been going on with you, sis?
Oh my goodness, anything and everything. Still being blessed and highly favored over here in Hagerstown. Yes. So
and my mama coach voice. Thank ya.
Hallelujah. Let me tell you something. But no, I mean, we're doing good up here on the mountain, enjoying this beautiful weather. However, Friday had me a little concerned, but you know what? I wasn't going to complain about that we had ice and rain up here. I came out of a building and there was a sheet of ice on my windshield, on the car. So we got it. I think y'all just got rain. So other than that, I mean, everything is going very, very well.
I did at one point see some little ice pellets kind of like bouncing off the front of my car. So I knew that it was like a little sleet situation going on, but it definitely wasn't, anything major. Thank God, man. It's March and we've avoided yet another catastrophic winter.
We?
And at least in Maryland, I'll say in Baltimore, because I know you guys are a little higher elevation.
Yes.
So I think you guys get, a little bit more than what we get. God bless the people in California, man. 7 feet of snow.
I know. They're not ready for that.
Bro.
That's insane.
I'm 6'4", okay? I'm 6'4". 7 feet of snow.
They were not prepared for that.
I'm sure we wouldn't be prepared for that.
No, we wouldn't. But you know what makes me nervous, though, Antoine? With you saying that and bringing that up, y'all, we didn't get next to anything this season, right? No. And I thank the Lord for that. So I'm not going to sit up there and complain. But to me, it seems like whenever we go through a period like this, we get one of those storms the next year that lock us in, where we're in the house and snowbound for like a week.
Yeah, but I mean, at least here in Baltimore, I think we've escaped winter. I want to keep saying it because
we did.
It's literally only been cold for maybe 2 weeks total out of this whole winter. So I feel like we've been escaping winter for like 3 or 4 years, and I really thought that this was the year that we were going to get slammed. Like I was expecting. I thought one of those nor'easters were going to come through, and because I kept saying to myself, well, I don't want it to snow because I'm working from home, so it really doesn't give me any advantage because I don't have to go in anyway. You know what I mean?
Right.
I want the governor to give us like liberal leave and all of that kind of stuff, but Yeah, we've been very fortunate.
We
Thank
have.
goodness. We've been really fortunate.
We really have. We really have. So I'm just saying it just makes me a tad bit nervous for next year. So
Yeah,
y'all get your life right this year.
yeah, yeah.
This
I'll
season.
buy you a snowplow because it might be
There
a
you
good
go.
investment. Because when we do finally get hit, I'm with you that it's gonna be. It might
Mhm.
not be 7 feet, but my wife is only like 4'8" on a good day, and and I don't know if she's gonna be.
Right.
Yeah.
Yo, you better leave
Okay.
CC alone.
So before we get to our guests, I just want to ask your thoughts. Have you seen the Chris Rock special?
I have not. I heard that it was on Netflix
Yes.
and that so I have not seen it. So what do you have you seen it?
Yes, I watched it yesterday.
So what do you think?
So first of all, the definition of funny is totally different to everybody, clearly.
Right. Mhm.
Because all I've been seeing on my timeline since the special came out was literally 50-50. It was funny, it was comedic genius, and then the other 50% was it was trash. I didn't laugh once. How you sat through an hour of that show and not laugh one time is beyond me.
Mhm. Right.
Um, Probably not Chris Rock's best special,
Right. Right.
but not hardly bad to me. To me,
Right, right. But
um,
let me ask you a question. Do you think that everything that happened with Will Smith
I was about to go there.
overshadowed, like everybody was expecting so much because of that, thinking that hey, he's going to come out with all of this because I
Well,
never found him completely funny. Now,
right,
not
right, right.
and like
Chris
you
Rock's
said,
humor is definitely not for everybody.
it's not.
Um,
I mean, I just like when he said, "Can I just just get can I just get a for a penny?" What was it? That movie that can I get a
oh, New
chicken wing
Jack
for a
City.
dollar? Can I
New
pay for
Jack.
a dollar?
What is
I'm
that?
gonna get you, sucker.
I'm gonna get you. The classic. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I thought you were talking about. So, you have to understand and remember that he's kind of. It's almost been a year since the slap.
Right.
I didn't realize time had gone past that far, that
Mhm.
fast. Um, and you knew that at some point he was going to address it and stand up
Right. Right.
clearly.
I mean,
And if you remember back to when it first happened, I believe Chris Rock actually came here not long after, and he went to a couple of other cities, but he just kind of touched on it. He was just kind of
mhm.
like, yeah, he slapped me. Da 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 da. Joke's over.
Right, and kept moving.
You
Right.
knew at some point he was going to really get into the juice about how he really
Right.
felt.
Mhm.
And the fact that Jada is from Baltimore and he was shooting a Netflix special in Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Ding, 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 ding. I'm going to spend 10 minutes
Oh no.
talking about this situation. And I'm not going to get into everything that he said.
Right, right.
Um, the overuse of the B word towards Jada Pinkett was really the only issue that I might have had
Mhm.
with anything that he said.
Okay.
But the name of or like the theme of his special was like selective outrage, so to speak. I can't remember exactly what the title was, but the point that he was trying to get across was that we, especially black people, we kind of pick and choose when we want to be woke, when we want to stand up, when we want to fight, when we want to argue, when we
Right,
want to do this,
right.
that, and
No,
the third.
okay, he's got a
And
point.
the best example that he used to me was how people kind of like continue to support Michael Jackson through all of his allegations, even though we know Michael Jackson never spent a day in jail, but we
Right,
automatically canceled R. Kelly,
right,
and
right.
it was kind of a bad example, but it was kind of a, I understand the point that you're trying to make example. So
Right.
he kind of he kind of used that theme when he finally, and he didn't go at Will and Jada until the very end, like the last, I think it was like the last 8.5 minutes of the show is when
Oh, well,
he
then that's
really,
good.
yeah, he didn't come out. He didn't come out.
Come out the gate with it.
Yeah. And then some people had a problem, which is actually what made me go and watch it, because some people had a problem with the comment that he made about Cherry Hill. And
And
I got about
the name of the movie is, I mean, the name of the stand up show is Selective Outrage.
selective outrage, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people for some reason had a problem with the comment that he made about Cherry Hill. That's actually the lightest comment that I've ever heard a comedian make about any part of the hood of Baltimore ever. And it's common practice that when comedians come to a different city,
Hmm.
they do their research, they find out where the hood is. I've heard comedians come here. I heard Mike Epps come here and totally demolish Lexington Market and the area around
We
it.
can't talk
I've
about it
had
now.
people, right. I've heard people come here and talk about North and Pennsylvania Avenue. I've heard
Right.
comedians,
Right.
and it's common when they go into different cities, they find out about the hood, and it's part of their like opening dialogue. Yeah, I
Right.
went so
Right.
on and so forth, and
Hmm.
the only thing he said about Cherry Hill was he said that when he arrived in Baltimore, he did two things. He asked, "Where can I buy cocaine?" And no, what he said was, when I go to different cities, the two questions that I ask are, where can I buy some cocaine, and where should I not go? And 9 times out of 10, it's the same area. And then
Okay.
he just referenced Cherry Hill.
So that's it. Well, people gonna find something. Like, it's interesting. People will find something
Absolutely.
about something,
Everything.
and
Everything.
they're not doing anything. The
Everything.
people that have a problem with it aren't doing anything.
Yeah.
And what I mean, I'm not saying they have to be out there being a comedian or anything like that, but a lot of them, they have a problem with it
With everything.
because of the fact that they're not
Oh,
doing anything.
the sun didn't come up until 7:02.
Right. Right. It's like you're gonna have a problem with everything, and it's okay because he's not for everyone. Because even I will say, if I were when I watch it, I'm not going to watch it to say, "Oh, I love me
Right.
some,"
Right.
Chris Rock. Just like I don't like Dave Chappelle like that. However, that man is intelligent.
The man is very intelligent. And
And
that's kind of the thought process that I have. I think
mhm.
once you reach a certain level in comedy, um, you have to, what's the word that I want to, you have to be selective and intentional with your content,
Mm,
because it can't just be all about just ratchetness and just being, F this,
forever.
F that, da da
Mhm.
da 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 da,
Right,
just
forever,
beating
it
you over the
can't,
head.
right. It has
And
to
that's the
show maturity.
right, right,
Everything has to
right.
show maturity.
Right. And you have to use some teaching moments, and then if you can slide in some funny along the way, then
Mhm.
it is what it is. But again, it's funny because I mean, and this happens on social media with everything. And I just thought that it was funny to me today to be going through social media and literally see, the balance of people that thought it was, anything from comedic genius to, oh, Chris Rock is corny. He doesn't do this, like,
Right. Mhm.
come on. Let me see you get on the stage, and make me laugh for an
Right.
hour. You know,
For how long? It was an hour?
it was about an hour and some change.
S
Yes.
That's what I mean. People who have opinions like that, now it would be different if someone said, "You know what? He's not for me. However, he has some funny moments." I can
And that's
respect
really
that.
all that you need. Yeah, because every
I can
comedian
respect
is definitely not for me. Like, I'm not
Mhm.
a Cat Williams, but I'll watch Cat Williams, and
Right.
I'll have my moments, and then I'll
Right.
take a push. But anywho, hey, shout out to Chris Rock, man.
Yes.
Shout out to Chris Rock, bro. Like, yeah, play them rockers. I don't have a problem. Like I said, he overused the B word a little bit, but
Mhm.
I think that he was stressing his point of trying to get it across. And I actually should have pulled the YouTube video up and just played that part of it just to, but yeah,
It's on Netflix, y'all.
it's on Netflix. Go check
It's
it out.
on Netflix. It's gonna
And
come right up
and
in your in the beginning of
absolutely. Absolutely. And if nothing
yep.
else, he made some money for the city, which is
There you
always a
go.
good thing. So,
There you go.
um and I'm also mad at everybody for not telling me that Magic Johnson was going to be here last
With
week.
for the CIAA?
No, he opened some kind of a restaurant or something at Morgan State at
Really?
Morgan. Yeah. So he was
Morgan
at
is
Morgan.
doing stuff,
Yeah, Morgan
y'all.
is Morgan and Coppin.
Oh my goodness,
I don't know
they
where y'all getting all this money from, Morgan and Coppin, but
they are not playing their programs for their STEM programs there.
yeah,
They increasing it. My
yeah.
one of my cousins
It
is actually a professor at Morgan State in
it just
their
feel
psychology department.
it feels
Mhm.
funny to drive down North Avenue past Coppin and not see those row houses on
I know.
across the street
But it
because
looks so
it
good.
does. It looks great, but I used to have
Yeah.
family. I used to have family that lived in those row houses back in the day. So
Yeah,
to go
okay.
and not see,
Okay.
and not family, but friends of the family that lived in those row
Right.
houses, and to go there now and just see, that big whatever that building is there, and just to see how they've expanded.
Mhm.
The place that I used to go to funerals at back in the day is their basketball arena. Like it's,
Right.
yeah, that's crazy to me. Shout out to
Crazy.
my brother Rube Rice. Chris Rock did a good job. It wasn't a classic, but good. And he only talked about the slap for less than 8 minutes, literally.
There
Yeah,
you go.
that's what I said. It was about
I
8 minutes.
I, th- I think he I think that I think what people are looking for, they're looking for him, like I said, to be in another place when that's not his maturity level anymore. He is now in a different place
Yeah,
with his comedic genius. And that's what he is. For those who really like Chris Rock, he's smart
yeah.
and he's emotionally intelligent.
And at the end, I hate to give the end away, but I have to say it because it was a line that was funny. He said people were asking him why he didn't fight back or whatever, and his reply was because I was raised by parents, and the one thing that they told me was don't fight in front of white people. And he dropped the mic. He dropped the mic and walked off. I thought that was classic for me. He could have been bad the whole show, and that would have did it for me. That I thought that was funny.
Right.
Hey, Rube Rice, we got to get you on the show, bro. We got to get you on the show. I'll link up and talk to you about that. But anyway, enough of all of that. This teenager that we have on the show today, she doesn't look like she's about 17, 18. And she's in the background cracking up laughing. Man, we had her here before, and I don't think I don't think you were here.
No, I wasn't.
Talked to her the first time, man, but she's been like a really heavy hitter from Baltimore when it comes to producing, when it comes to writing, when it comes to publishing. She has stuff on Tubi now and all of
Wow.
that kind of stuff. So yeah, and
Very
this is one of those people I always sit around and try to figure out where the heck I met people. And I swear I cannot remember why or how or when I met this woman, but we have been like really cool ever since then. And when she told me that she wanted to come back up to talk about not only some of the other projects that she has, but this new launch that she has coming up,
wonderful.
I was like, we got to make it happen.
This
And
is
I
the
need to pick her
platform.
brain on some
Yes.
stuff. So without further ado, I guess we'll go ahead and bring my sister, even though she still hasn't cooked for me yet.
That's all
After
right.
my
She's on the show.
after my
That's
wife came and slaved in your yard.
enough.
Selina Polk, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, sis? How's everything?
Man, crazy, losing it, but I'm bringing it all back together. This
Absolutely.
launch, I'm telling you, man, it's a lot. It is a
Yeah,
lot.
launches
Of
can
course it
be
is.
that
Did
way.
you did you think it wouldn't be? Come on now. Did
I
you
think
think
I
it
think
wouldn't
that
be? Oh Lord, come on,
I think
move.
my phone fell. You got me? Okay. Can you see me?
We can see you.
We can see you.
Okay. Yeah. I think I always pick out the biggest and hardest projects to do, and I don't know. You got to help me out on this one, Antoine, for real.
Oh, what you need me to do other than come and work the red carpet for you?
Okay. Okay. That's it. That's a big enough. And what you doing today, having me on your show? I appreciate you and access granted. I love this show. I'm telling you, I really do.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you.
good. Yeah.
It's all Alenia. It's all Alenia.
I know, right?
It sure
Right.
wasn't anything until Alenia came on board.
God. Okay.
So
Selena
because
don't
Alenia
listen.
wasn't here when you were on the show previously, I kind of we're definitely going to talk about the launch, of course, but I also
Okay.
want to talk about some of the other work that you've done and are probably still in the midst of doing because Alenia is an author as well.
Ooh, and she has my
And
middle name. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
And guess
So
what? My daughter's name is Selena.
Wow, this is crazy.
I don't
Oh,
have it
wait a
on the
minute.
locker, so I got to do this. There they go. There they go. There they go. So, yeah, because Alenia wasn't here, I definitely want to go back, just a little bit,
Okay.
um, and talk about some of the work that you've been doing. And since I mentioned Tubi, we can go ahead and start with that movie. Um,
That's all right.
I think I've watched it 4 times now. I think I've
Okay.
Wow.
watched the movie 4 times,
Okay.
and it's one of those movies that you have to watch multiple times because
Which one? Which one you talking about? Afraid of the dark?
Afraid of the Dark. Afraid of the Dark.
Okay. Okay.
You have to watch that movie multiple times because there's certain little things that you can miss when you're not really paying attention, or when you're watching
Exactly.
it, you're not
Mm.
really like paying close attention. But I just want you to talk a little bit about that movie, the process of making it, what made you decide to make that movie, so to speak, because it touches on a very, very important subject.
Yeah, domestic violence. Definitely. One of my book authors, I had teamed up with them, and the movie wasn't called Afraid of the Dark at first, and me and him didn't really like. I had so much going on with Sweet Mandisa in Atlanta, so we ended up parting. Deciding that I would just go ahead and take over the project. But I had written the movie for him, um, and I think I told you about this, but she hasn't heard. Well, I wasn't going to go through with Afraid of the Dark, and I was at work one day, and I don't want to get too deep because I cry a lot when I talk about the story. But a young lady was killed. She was
Mm.
being abused, all of it, and she shared that with me. So when I found out that she got, you know, murdered, I said that I would go ahead and go forth with this actual movie. I knew that domestic violence had to be talked about. It's in a closet.
Yeah.
It's very quiet, hush hush. Nobody says anything, does anything.
Right.
And I just was one of those people that wanted to do something different anyway, some kind of way
Mhm.
that I could help. And I ended up putting the movie out, and I did put a twist on it. And the reason why we got Miss Cartwright in this movie, because, a lot of people do get away with that. And I wanted Miss Cartwright to be this person that says, okay, you've done this, but now the repercussions are coming. I want somebody to know that there is a Miss Cartwright that is out there. And Miss Cartwright hunts these men down that abused all the women that showed up, at the session, and she was getting
Mm.
information each woman so that she would be able to track this woman down. The men down. I'm sorry, but I'm not saying only women get abused. It's men, children. We know that, but I felt like this movie needed to
Right.
be seen, heard about. People needed to know that
Mhm.
domestic violence is real. And throughout that process, I was
Right.
able to go back in my own life and see, because even verbal abuse is abuse. I don't care how you look at it, it's abuse.
Abuse is abuse. Yes.
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 And
Absolutely.
it touched a lot of people. I got with the House of Ruth, my best friend. Even now, a lot of people don't know. And I always say it before I get off the air, that we have numbers where we can help one another. And I want to say one another because I don't
Mhm.
want to make it seem like it's just them. we all go through
Right.
situations as well, and so it's been going well. We've supplied 3 homes already, for
Oh, wow.
this this thing right here, domestic violence. And
Mhm.
I just wish I could get more people to jump on board, because it's not easy. The home that I gave up, I don't know if you know about it, where your wife came.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, I didn't know you weren't there anymore.
No, nope.
Okay.
So that's one of the properties. But
Okay.
yeah, Afraid of the Dark is something else, and it seems kind of, I think it gets off slow. So that's probably why you have to watch it twice, Antoine. But
I agree.
after it kicks off, man, this movie is something else. And the
Right.
ratings are really good on Tubi. I really got to
Yeah.
say that our city, you had the opportunity to see where those numbers are coming from. And so I just thank my city for just supporting the movie, the movement,
Fantastic.
So
Yeah. So,
yeah,
so you said that the house is gone. So you turned that into like a
exactly.
facility. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
That's
So
that's great.
so basically I got with my best friend, and I didn't want to give up the house because I really
I
love the
wouldn't
house.
have either because I love that house.
It was my first, single family home as a single woman.
Mhm.
And it's such a big story about me getting this house. I remember going to that house, and I was like, I was asking God, like, God, I was showing the house for someone else, but it was the house that God had for me. So, and I never
Wow.
knew exactly why. But what we do is, we may get a call, like, say, in the middle of the night, and we have to get them from the actual abuser. So we come in, and we snatch the mother, the child, everyone out, and this is what we do. And they go in, and for the first 6 months, there's no money, no nothing like that in between. It's we find people with clothes and food and
Mhm.
that kind of thing. And a lot of times we're using our own money,
Oh,
so.
wow.
And I'm not a person, letting all this out. I think I've had maybe one other interview that I've shared this with. I believe what you do in a secret, God will bless you in the opening. So it's not like something we broadcast, but
Right.
so a lot of people heard me on 88.9, I think it was Morgan Station, and we got calls, and we come in like you wouldn't believe. I want to be that Miss Cartwright, of who you
Right.
can help and feed and clothe, jobs, that kind of thing.
Right.
So
Right.
it's not easy, and you see a lot of tears, and some people don't make it out in time. It's
So
a
Right.
possibility you won't even, if you don't move fast, you won't get there in time.
so you're I have to ask who is the we when you
Huh?
say that. I have to ask who is the we when you say that once you get that phone call, we go in and we move
Yeah.
like
Well,
like
definitely 911, you know that, but there are times that we don't even uh um we don't even call them. They're so scared and frightened by it. I mean, it's all new for me. Can you see me? Okay.
we see
It's
you.
all kind of new for me. My best friend, Sammy McKay. I'll leave his number. I'll leave everything for contacts, where you can go. But we do deal with House of Roof as well. But right now, it's me and Sammy and 4 other people that are together making this happen. I always get out to bed and go because I'm feisty. So I always,
She just like, oh, you feel like this tonight? Okay,
yeah,
I'm gonna pull
yeah.
up.
we're
I'm gonna
gonna help
pull
you.
up.
We're gonna help
I'm
you out
pulling up.
tonight.
Wow. So let
But
me
my
so
he
but let me but before you go, so how do you guys get the call?
well obviously because we. First of all, Sammy's McKay book, we give seminars and we give his book away, but the numbers are in the back. And
Back
Afraid
in
of
the
the
book.
Dark, the numbers to reach and contact us is in the actual back of the books that we give away. We stand outside. We just like it's so much to what we do to help. And a lot of people say they're going to help. I've been on radio station. They said it was going to help, but it didn't happen. But
Yeah.
Mhm.
You get that call in the middle of the night, and I think because uh Sammy McKay is the one that started this. It wasn't me. It wasn't like, hey, I got my own organization. This was a conversation that was had between me and him. So yeah, this wasn't my idea. But I know you're gonna get
Yeah,
tired of my daggone
yeah,
phone.
we're gonna fight with this. We're gonna fight with this stand that you
Okay.
got.
So
I think the phone gonna win.
okay. Okay.
Hey,
So
shout out real quick to my brother. He goes by the name of Purpose now, but his former name was J Law. And he says that Miss Selena has been putting in work in the city for years
Yeah, I
now.
saw that.
Salute. Shout out to my brother, man. Hey Jay, we got to get you up
thank
here
you.
soon too,
Thank
bro.
you. Thank you so much.
So
I just
so you do you I understand that you say, hey, you don't, you say a little bit when you go on a show or something like that. So do you have is there, besides what's in the book, is there another way, if someone, that we can actually put in
like,
our information, like, under this show,
hmm
so that, people will, can get in contact
yeah,
with you?
I definitely have some numbers for you
Okay.
that you can contact us directly.
Uh-huh.
And I said I would definitely be willing to do that.
Okay.
No
Okay.
problem. Yeah,
That'd be good because that's something that's really near and dear to my heart
yeah,
as well. So
And
I
definitely.
completely,
and
that I was just like, need to get her information.
yeah.
Right.
And
And you know,
the way
huh?
my wife bullies me, I may need to call sometime.
Right.
You might need to come get me.
You have to have a separate room there. Go ahead, just pay rent.
Right. Yeah, domestic violence is very much real. It's
Yeah,
real
it
and it's
is.
alive. Believe me.
Mhm. Yeah,
You
it
know.
is. And I thank you. I thank you for that, and being that open to share your home for
Yes.
Yeah.
something such as that.
Yes,
Because,
definitely.
the House of Ruth they're doing their thing,
You're
but
right.
more places are needed.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
more places
so
are
you
needed.
mentioned that for the first 6 months or however long, there's no money involved. But like, so okay, let's just use tonight as an example. You get a call tonight at say 11 o'clock.
Hmm.
Um, you and your squad pull up, pull up, and you bring this individual out of their situation, and you bring them to that home, that beautiful home. I love that house.
Mhm.
So like what happens from that point?
Man, this is hard.
Mhm.
Um, we bring them in. They bathe and all of that, and we set them up in bedrooms. Now, each bedroom is set up for two beds in a room, just in case there's family. Now, right now,
Mhm.
this house has no room. We just built up a second house uh, about 30 days ago. So
Yeah.
if someone was to call now, we would probably set them up in a hotel, um, and just decide what we're going to do from there. But we would call House of Ruth. Sammy McKay is tied into them like you wouldn't believe. So he's basically the guy. He's really the guy, and I think that we are more so like helpers now.
Mhm.
Um, but if we have no room for you, we will find you a
Yeah.
place to lay your head at.
Yeah.
And I used to like would want to tap in with Christine Flowers, but that didn't work out so well. But I just look for women that are doing the same things, or because it is kind of strange when I think him bringing us ladies in to help, kind of like, because women have been abused so much. um it's like I don't want to have a conversation with a male, so I
Mhm.
think are like the ones that take care of that paperwork and sit down and be able to calm them, let them know that they're in a safe environment, that
Right.
kind of thing. Because women do be feeling funny about Mr. Sammy McKay. But, we just here to help, to get the job done. And, maybe, just being so quiet about it, it's kind of like protect. It
Yeah.
really does, because you
Yeah.
do get crank calls as well. Don't think it's just peaches and cream, you know.
Right. Of course. Of course.
So yeah, we would definitely set them up in a hotel. We have a really good friend of ours that is with the Marriott. So their first couple of nights would probably be at the Marriott until we found a stable place for them to go, you know, taking them downtown, pressing charge. It's a list of what
Yeah.
has to happen. Not gonna happen. It has to for everything to play out the way it needs to play out.
Mm.
Yeah. So I'm
Wow.
excited though. I'm excited to help these women, excited to help the children and the men as well. And people be surprised uh that it is happening even with men. Like for
Absolutely.
real happening.
Yeah. I
You
don't know if
know.
I
So
don't know if you know Arlene Major. She goes by the name of Lady Blue. Um,
okay.
and she, up until the pandemic started, she used to do an annual domestic violence conference. And the last 2 years that she did it, she had a young man, a brother, that used to come
Wow.
out and speak. And
Wow.
it was funny to see the reaction of people in that room
I can only
when
imagine.
when the man was sitting up there talking about the fact that he was literally being, abused domestically by, a woman.
Right.
And like
It's real.
the look that everybody else had was like the complete opposite of me, because I was like, yeah, this happens. The problem is and it happens a lot more than people realize. The problem is that a lot of men don't say anything
Nope.
because, oh, I'm a man. There's no way
Woo.
I'm gonna
God,
go
it
and
sent the
tell the
chills in me
world
just now.
that
Good
my woman.
God
And
Almighty.
the great point about what you said earlier is that it's not just physical; it's verbal, it's psychological.
Yes,
It
it
doesn't
is.
have to be. You can see a person and they won't have any black eyes, they won't have any bruising, they won't have anything, but they're still being abused. You know,
Yes.
and,
And
and
mental is
yes,
over the top. Like,
yeah.
woo.
Hey, Alania, I need you. You want to stay with us? You back, sis?
I, y'all, I don't know what's going on because it was
What's
getting
going on?
good. That's what it was.
It's the ghost. It's the ghost. No, but what we were
It's the ghost.
just tapping
It is
into
it's
was
ghost.
just the fact that I was telling her that I have a good friend named Arlene Major, who used to do an annual. She's freezing. Okay, there you are. She does an annual up until the pandemic started. She was doing an annual domestic violence conference, and there used to be a man. She used to have a guy
Right.
that used to come out and speak, and people were like totally kind of like dumbfounded at the fact that it was a man that was standing in front of hundreds of people talking about his situation. And I was
Right.
like, I don't understand why y'all are
Right.
surprised, because I'm not surprised at all, because we definitely go through it. I've literally seen a man in Walmart getting abused by his woman, and it was
Mhm.
almost like she was scolding a child. And I'm sitting there saying to
Right.
myself, like, bro, are you just gonna stand here? But it happens,
Yeah,
and
definitely
shout out
does.
to
And
Ebony
you know what
Collins.
I found? I
No, I was just
found
gonna
out
say,
that
go ahead.
domestic violence in the church is
Whew.
huge. Domestic now, I'm not saying it's not, it's everywhere, but people are ignoring how um, prevalent it is in the church.
Mm, wow.
Yep, and
That's
men.
another story for
I'm
another
just, I'm just
show.
saying,
We're
but
talking about
I'm not,
that
I'm not going there
with
because I blinked in and out, y'all. I was blinking, so I'm gonna just go with the flow.
Ebony
And
says, yes, it is
see,
huge in the
yep,
church.
yep, it's huge.
Shout
It,
out to Ebony.
and
What's
people
going
are
on, sis?
not they are not talking about that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that it just takes more conversations like this,
Yeah.
more people like Selena who are out there doing the work that, can
Yes.
come on a platform like this, or 88.9 when she was at Morgan, and just talk about it and spread the awareness of it. Like,
Hmm. Right. It's amazing.
I've I've
Something.
I've seen it firsthand, and it's not a pretty thing to deal with. Um, and I just pray for anybody that ever has to go through it, you know,
Yes, definitely.
because the scars, whether they be physical or they be mental, never leave.
That's
You
true.
deal with that for
It's
the rest
true.
of your life. You literally
Yep.
deal with that for the rest of your life.
Hmm.
And I know women that have gone through situations and it's affected their future relationships because there are so many. First of all, that it's hard to
Hmm.
drop that wall. It's hard to take that wall down because the person that you're with can seem like they're the nicest person in the world, but you don't want to give them that opportunity because of what might happen, because of the things that you've gone through in the past. And then, the one thing that my wife has talked about is that there are triggers. There are certain things that can
Right.
happen that can trigger you,
Hmm.
and it may not even be intentional,
Right.
but there are certain things like, and I'll be open about it because my wife has talked about it openly. My wife was molested when she was
Hmm.
younger by a family member.
Mm, mm, mm.
And so in my interactions with my wife, there are certain things that I can do. And we're talking, she's getting ready to be 50 in a couple of months. So we're talking like 35, 40 years ago. There's still certain things that I can do. There's certain ways that I can touch her that are triggers, you know what I mean? And make her
Mhm.
react in a certain way to me. And I had to get to the point where I was able to understand. I had to be able to understand that it wasn't me that she was
Right.
necessarily, rejecting. It's just that
Mhm.
certain things were a trigger. It made her think about or it made her feel a certain way about things that she had gone through in the past.
Mm.
And
Right.
thank God now I have that understanding that even something as simple as just a rub on the back, can make her feel a certain way.
Right.
Like,
Right.
and and you gotta think about it. We've been together for almost 30 years now. So 28 years ago, when I touched her, and she was, I was like, "Yo, come on, what are you doing?" Like, you
Right.
know. But
Right.
now, through talking about it and all of that kind of stuff, I definitely understand it more. So,
Mhm.
Selena, again, I just, man, I can do nothing but
Thank you.
just give you the salute because the fact that you are dealing with this and
Yeah.
helping these women and I'm gonna say women and children and men because like you
Mhm.
said, it's all involved. I just salute you for that work, and that's something that I didn't know. Like I said, I didn't know you gave up the house. You up the house. But I definitely commend you for that work. And Ebony says therapy helps you heal, but just like no one wants to admit to being abused, no one wants to seek therapy. Therapy is becoming more widely accepted now, but there are still some who will refuse to go because the
Because
stigma
the
is attached
stigma.
to it.
Mhm.
Nailed it.
Yep.
Nailed
And
it.
which is the truth. And especially in our community, in the Black community,
Yeah.
it's still, you still have some people is just like, well, you got to let the Lord, you got to trust in the Lord. Well, guess what? The Lord gave these therapists the
Yeah.
wherewithal to say, you know what, this is what I want to do, and gave them the capacity to be able to absorb that information so that they can be a good therapist to help you with your
Hmm.
hurt.
Yep.
So kind of think about
Yes.
it like, and that's why I said that one statement in the beginning that there's a huge amount of abuse in the church
Yeah.
that people aren't talking about. And that's because again, that mentality, because of course you want to keep it secret, right? You want
Right.
to keep that thing.
Whew.
But all of what you are doing, Selena, with this, did that lead you into your next do your projects overlap?
Yeah. Well,
Yes. I can
kind of,
answer that.
sort of.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Ain't no kind of sorta. Yes, they do. Yes. Kind of sorta. Get out of here. Yes,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
do.
I like what I do. I really do. I
Mhm.
enjoy it, and I want to keep those kind of things moving.
Right.
I have a father that's been in the industry forever. My sister, she just ended her series, Million Little Things. That's been on for 5 years consecutive.
Wow.
So our family, this is what we do. We love it.
Right.
You
Right.
know, creating. It's the creative juices.
There you go.
Uh-huh. So I really enjoy it. I just believe in trying to step out and do things that
Okay.
others wouldn't do or wouldn't even think about doing.
Mhm.
Um, and I'm always busy,
Right.
so I love what I do. Yeah.
A
Thank
man
you.
said you are dropping gem. The Lord doesn't want us to neglect getting.
The Lord,
I love it, bro.
it's the
But
truth.
that's the truth.
And,
That's the
and when
truth.
so, and when someone tells you that you shouldn't be going to therapy, I don't
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't think so.
and we've
You
I
need
think
help.
we've had that I think we've had that conversation on, previous shows about
Mhm.
therapy.
Yeah.
For some reason it's been so taboo in the black community for years, but as Ebony said, now I think people are starting to open up and understand, how beneficial
Yeah.
that it can be. And just like people have to realize, man, that when you just continuously let that stuff build up and build up and build up, like that becomes the people that go shoot up schools and
It's a whole
all
thing.
kind of
Yeah.
crazy stuff, man. I just
Yeah.
every time I hear about something like that happening, I say to myself, man, I wish they could have just talked to somebody.
Mhm.
Like a
Right.
literal talk, could stop somebody from going to, we've had what, grocery store shootings, Walmart shootings,
Everything. Yeah.
mall shootings, movie theater shootings. These are
Road
all
rage.
people, yeah. These are all people that, have just
Mm.
allowed, to me, my opinion, that they've just allowed so much stuff
Mhm.
to build up. And it's just that one little thing that triggers it. And the next thing
Yeah. Mhm.
CNN is pulling up in your block talking about, whatever the case may be.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
But I want to change it. I want to change the mood now because we
Yeah,
didn't spend a
I
lot
was
of
trying to get to
yeah,
the other
yeah.
projects.
We try
I
we're gonna
was.
talk about this upcoming fragrance release. Yo, what in the
Oh, a
world
fragrance release.
made you go? And I'm gonna pick your brain a little bit when we talk about this because that's actually something that I thought about doing in the past. But
Okay.
yeah, let's talk about this upcoming release, man. Because when you hit me with that, I was like, "What?"
I know I was sending you messages, but you was like, for what? What's happening? What this about? Another movie? I was like, no. The perfume line been in the making since 2018, right after First Lady, the
Mhm.
movie First Lady. At first I had named the perfume, the fragrance, um, after that movie. But years have gone by and we've seen First Lady this. You remember somebody came out with First Lady another movie, and it was like, hey, I gotta change this. Something's gotta happen.
Right.
But um basically the storyline, I'm getting ready to do a commercial for it. And the storyline is I talked to my son Carlos and he said, Mom, won't you do something out the box? Like a perfume line. And to me, that seemed so far fetched. So I started doing my math, trying to figure this out. How would I do this? How would I go about it? And I made a call over in China and I was able to talk to someone, and then they put me in contact with someone else, and then that someone put me in contact with someone else, which was uh, a wonderful thing to go through
Mm.
that many channels because you have to get a chemist. You don't want someone else to have your aroma. So I had to go through a chemist, sent me some scents. They just didn't do it for me. And so he sends me to another chemist. Uh, and that guy was amazing. When I got this perfume, I just carried it around the whole time, just testing it, see what people say, walk past people, everything. So I really had this vision board because usually the funds aren't there. I'm a single
Mm.
parent, I do it all on my own. And I wrote a vision board and it said, write the vision,
Right.
but write the vision, make it plain and it will not
Mhm.
tarry, right? And I kept just saying that scripture over and over. And then I write it down on my vision board. And I started looking at my vision board and everything else was happening, and I was waiting on this perfume line. And this chemist gave me a deal that you would not believe. Like, this whole house smells like perfume right now. But he gave me a heck of a deal. And I said, I want it to be blue because my favorite color is blue. And this is the product. There's my phone falling again.
That wasn't the product, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Look at the
wow.
bottle.
So
Beautiful.
this is her, and it's been costing me like ever since. It's just been costing me, but it's okay because the dream, the reality, it is here now, and I'm excited.
Wow.
I'm really, really excited, and so I decided to do this launch, which is going to be crazy bananas by the time I'm finished. And it's going to be at the Downtown Culture Arts Center. And I reason I chose that place.
Selena, lift your phone up a little bit so we can see your
Because
whole
we just see your nose and your mouth.
gorgeous face. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
So it's going to be, the launch is going to be May the 7th at the Downtown Culture Arts Center. It's going to be crazy. Giveaways. I love to give. All you can eat buffet, and the fragrance. I know you get ready to ask me, what's the name?
No, you said all you can eat buffet. I got excited.
I actually wanted to know the names and what does it have a hint like that? Is it a note? I don't know what it's called for the fragrances.
Yeah, well, basically,
node, I believe.
You said, say that one more time.
Is it node? Like a node, Node?
I don't want to give it away, y'all. God,
no, I don't want to know it all. I just wanted to know the main note.
You want the main ingredient that's in my.
No. Okay.
Explain it to me one more time. Come on.
Okay, so whenever you have a fragrance, it always has this like a hint of vanilla, or it might have a hint of jasmine.
Gardenia.
It might have a hint of
gardenia. Wow.
Gardenias, the flower gardenias.
Good God, y'all.
It has it also has berries. There are berries in it, but it's made from the flower.
Okay. Yeah. See, that's all I wanted to know. Because that gets people excited. Selena, I'm marketing here with you.
Okay. Yeah, and it's called Simply Selina.
Simply Selina, beautiful.
Simply Selina.
Already.
And then you gotta wear gardenia in your hair.
Yeah. I was really, really shocked when I got the ingredients. They send you like labels and stuff like that back to you, and I'm hoping that we'll be on time because we've already. It was already a lot of them that I ordered already, but as far as the bottles, and the bottles are coming from China, so I'm hoping it takes 25 to 35 days by water. So that's what I'm waiting on
now. So, and when is the launch again?
May the 7th. I think we got time.
I think so too. If they're already.
When did this order go in?
February 28th.
You're gonna be cutting it close, but I think you're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna be nervous, but launch wouldn't be a launch without being nervous, right?
Yeah. I want to be nervous. I want to be like, oh no.
Because then it'll be good. See, when it's too something big happens that night. No, you need all that anxiousness now. So that night you
definitely. I need nobody to be late. I'm the only person who's going to be late. I'm going to make my grand entrance.
I know that's right.
Everybody says I need to wear a blue dress. I don't think I'm doing that because that's what you're expecting.
Right. You have to do the unexpected.
I have to.
You have to definitely. Well, I'm excited. I love the smell of gardenia. Oh my gracious.
Yeah.
And it has
My
so much meaning. Y'all, I'm not
mm,
going to do that, but I'm going to just say gardenias have such a strong presence and
yeah.
such a strong meaning.
Talk to me, sis.
Oh my gracious. So, all I'm going to say
Oh
is
no. Hold up. Y'all gotta expand on it. You gotta expand on that a
no,
little bit.
if you know do you know Strange Fruit
Hmm.
by Nina Simone?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you do realize, they're talking about a gardenia, how, how our ancestors were hung on these big
Mm.
trees.
Okay.
Okay. So all I'm saying is that gardenia is such a strong, powerful flower.
Okay.
And I think the strength that it projects, I think it's along the lines of a sunflower. I know they're two different
Yeah,
flowers,
they
but
definitely did
a
it.
sunflower is a very strong flower. And when it blooms, it lets everyone know that it's in the room. There is no mistaking that that's a
Gotcha.
gardenia.
Gotcha. So, Selena, when you went into this process, did you have an idea of the the scent that you
Mhm.
wanted, or did you just basically go by the stuff that the chemist sent to you?
Yeah, but I did already know when they spoke to me um that these scents are from flowers. And then he asked me about my favorite flower. And I told him, I said, I love the rose, but the gardenias, that's just a powerful move. If you ever look it up, you'll see. I just I wanted something that was strong and soft at the same time.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
everything that they sent at first was horrible.
Right.
And then going through those channels, I was able to, I think when I work side by side with someone, we come out with something
Yeah.
amazing. And so I stayed on the phone and and I talked and, sent several emails. And this year was the year for it to happen. I really was finished with this whole product and everything in December. And then January, everything started coming, being shipped over to me and
Right.
giving me time, to come out with this fragrance. And this fragrance just means everything to me. A lot of my movies and things I've done them for other people. I dedicate this movie to Henry MacArthur because I started his publishing company.
Mhm.
Wow, he was in prison and he came home to a publishing company that I started. Like Sweet Mandisa, my girlfriend, my best friend, she just passed away, but I had already did the movie. I dedicated to her. I named it after her rap name. She was very popular in our city. She opened up for Mary J. Blige a few
Mhm.
times back in the day. And
You the
I
Mary J.
never do anything for me. I'm ready for
Right.
me.
Right.
I want to
Right.
bring you me because First Lady, and that's how we met because they came to your show.
First Lady,
But
right? Yep.
but anyway, everything has been First Lady this, First Lady that. I'm like, and Kimmy was shocked. She was like, I didn't know you changed the perfume because she was the very first person that saw it. And I said, yeah, I need to brand me. I need to do
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
for me. And I love Kimmy to death. She's a great actress. She played my life. But I need this to be for me now. I just
Right.
so I got a big photo shoot coming up on Wednesday for this. My son is a photographer, and and the commercial is gonna be crazy. I gave you a little piece of the commercial. Write the vision, make it plain, and it will not
Mm.
tarry.
Uh, can you
And
can you
that's how the commercial is gonna come on.
Right.
can you show the bottle again, real quick?
Okay.
Because I want to know, like, did you have any input on this amazing bottle, or was that just?
No, God, God.
I mean, that's great input. That's
Yes, and listen, believe it or not, I know it takes a while for things to come, but when you order from China,
oh yeah,
over there, overseas,
oh yeah.
the deals are crazy. So, I picked the right bottle, right price, and here we are today.
The the deals are crazy, but Lord, the weight is the
But you know
weight.
what I want to tell you? I don't know who the guy was. He said was just on a paper chase guy or something. He made some hats for my cast to wear.
Yeah.
But I had to sit down with him, and this really kind of like hurts me a little bit. But I'm a rock with it anyway, and maybe you can feel it, Antoine. But to me, being in my city and all that I have done since 2007 to 2023, and I don't like to say this because I love my city so much. But me as a woman, I get such played down in our city. I don't get the recognition. But I can go to Atlanta, DC, LA, and the love is phenomenal. And I was listening to DJ Duke, and he was saying the same thing. I went on his radio
Shout out,
station. Shout out
shout
to
out, my
him.
man DJ Duke. Duke is the
Yeah,
hardest working DJ in the world, bro. Like,
right. And he said he don't understand how he don't get the love that he
Mhm.
should get in this city. Like me, this summer, I'm the first African American woman in our city that has 3 consecutive movies
on Tubi,
on a major network.
yeah, on a major
Right.
network. Yep.
And I get no love from that. I talked to Channel 13. I just don't understand it. Me as a woman have
Right.
worked so hard. And sometimes you're like, you know, what do you got to do? Jump out of an airplane or something? Like, why I don't get the love? The
Mhm.
love that
Why do you need WJZ when you have access granted?
I
Come on,
That's right, because we
come
love
on,
you.
come on now. Why do you
I'm
need
just
it?
saying.
But
I know
No,
he
it's
no,
mad.
no,
interesting that
I get
Selena
I
said
get
that though.
exactly what you're saying,
Yeah,
and
Yeah,
we
and
unfortunately,
talk about that too.
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
and
like you just wondering,
unfortunately,
like, why,
yeah,
Right.
and
Mhm.
unfortunately, there's so many people that feel that same exact way.
Yeah.
exactly.
Um,
Mhm.
myself included sometimes, but I've just gotten to the point where I ain't gonna say I don't care, but I don't care.
Yeah,
But like when people always ask, like, why do you move to Atlanta? Why do you move to, fill in the blank,
right.
with the city? Because we have such a crab in a barrel mentality here
Mhm.
in
Hmm.
our city,
Yeah.
and people just don't rock with us. They'll rock with us once we get to Monique level,
Right,
Mhm.
once we get to Jada Pinkett level,
Right.
right,
or so on and so forth. But where's that support, you know,
right.
Right.
as we're trying to reach there? And it's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
It
It is.
is what it is. And for me,
You can come be on Access Granted once a month if you want to, Selena. I got
okay, I
We
you. I got
sure
definitely
will.
should have her on a week before her launch.
Oh,
you.
definitely.
Ooh.
The week
We
of
trying
her
to get those
launch,
tickets.
you
Those
should,
tickets.
yeah,
Ooh.
we
Get
should have,
them tickets.
yep. She should be on. You should be sending us any kind of, advertisement so that we could post on both of our pages. And
So
Okay.
does that mean you coming down on May the 7th,
I'm
Selena?
gonna have to. I need
Come
to.
on now, somebody.
I need to. Okay, are y'all ready for this?
Yes, it's going to be amazing. I'm telling you, it's going to be
Yeah.
amazing. At
Yeah.
least I believe it's going to be amazing.
And
Shoot, I hope I don't be there just for the food, Lord Jesus.
other than the parking, I actually love the Cultural Arts Center. So
Right.
looking
Yeah, the
forward.
parking is not so good. That's why it's on a Sunday. That way you'll have lead way to park wherever you.
No,
Okay.
let's call it what it is. The parking sucks
I
when you're
know,
trying
right?
to go
All right. Don't be
to an
bringing that
event
negative
there.
energy
But
here.
I love the Are you on the first floor or the second floor?
I'm on the first.
First floor. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
definitely on the first.
So,
Um,
are there any gems, any surprises that you want to give us
yeah,
for this?
If it's a
For
I have
surprise,
a
why would she
big
say one?
surprise. And I have Masha T that's gonna be there, Tina Marie's niece. She's gonna be in the building killing it. Lady J. She has a podcast called What's Up Baltimore with maybe 6 or 7 different, stations on that one. She's gonna be there. Songbird is going to make you cry.
Whoa, Leah.
Yes. um we also have a famous ballerina. She's going to be there. She's going to do something, but her ballet is a little different than most, and I will be posting it up. I like how even though she went off to college and did all these great things, she did a show. She did a video. Let me repeat it. In the actual hood, like you could see abandoned houses, the great part of our city. She just didn't leave any stones unturned. And so,
Oh.
yeah, she's going to be in a building. Malcolm X, he's going to be there. He's the host, and his poetry is
Wow.
So
It's a
phenomenal.
show.
the,
It's a
the
show.
the
It's a show.
ballerina, is that the young lady that does the ballet after dark? Just out of
Well,
curiosity.
I'm not sure,
Okay.
but I saw this video of her, and so I contacted her and told her I would love to have her to come out. Whatever, whatever. Um,
So
I
I gotta hold on, Selena. I gotta put this back up real quick. Shout out to my mama sister, my big sister,
Yes.
my big mama
Miss
sister.
Tina.
Even the Bible states that a prophet is not honored or recognized in their own land. It was going on way back then.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Congratulations.
The mouse is the robin is not honored or recognized.
their
Yup,
own
that
land.
sure is the truth. And young man, my mom just talked about this just recently.
Yep.
Just recently. But you know what? I got some great kids. And I could say that with them, we are that team, They're on a promotional team, the graphics, the photography,
That's
everything.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Yep, that's the way to do
So
it.
when you everybody always talk about family, yeah, but let me tell you, when it push comes down to shove, if you really think about it, when it push comes down to shove, family is there. But at least I know mine is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because y'all got to be quiet there. Y'all got to scare me there for a minute.
It was the hush hush.
Yeah.
Miss Odessa. Oh my goodness. I bought all her books. I bought all the books. I bought all the books. Okay.
I know that's right.
You went and bought all 11 of them.
Let me tell you something. Got off her interview, went to the Zon.
Wow.
Ordered all 3. They came in 2 days. Did I do a brother man 2 days? They came in 3 days, y'all. But I did. Miss Odessa, I did. And every time I finish reading one, I'm going to say something and tag you in it.
I know that's right.
That is how real that is. I'm in a different place. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
There's some good stuff in Baltimore, and we need to start absorbing it. Now, unfortunately, I am in the mountains, and it's a little harder for me to get down an hour and a half.
Wow.
Selena, do you know Odessa? Do you know Odessa Rose? Somehow, some way, the two of you guys need to connect. Just because. Okay. I'm not saying that you have to do any work. I'm not saying that you'll have to cast me, as the leading role. Movie,
we're doing our First Lady part 2, The Offspring. I'm the main character.
I know that's right. See?
I don't know what I'm doing, y'all, but I'm gonna do it.
You put on your perfume, that's all that matters.
Let me find out I'm gonna be your love interest in the next
or somebody I'm gonna put to sleep.
Oh, Miss Odessa says she just watched First Lady on Tubi. See, like people are really.
Are you sure you watched the right one? I got competition. There's somebody on there that has 3 first ladies. Their first idea came from me.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that was
how would we know which? Okay.
Selina Polk. Selina Polk.
It should say Selina Polk.
Yeah.
On it. Okay, y'all heard that.
Yeah.
It has to say Selina Pope, and that's Selina, y'all. Pope.
POLK.
Oh, she said she saw you in it. She says she saw you in it.
Okay, so did she saw the right one?
Had to be you. Had to be you, unless you win somebody else's.
Oh no.
She said, "Yep, I watched the right one."
Oh no.
I love it. See, look at
and
that.
and yeah, and that's the thing that I love
Look at
about it,
that.
Selena, because we talk about the support or the lack of support that's
Mhm.
but on the flip side of that, you never know when people are watching.
Right.
You never
Right.
know when people are paying attention. And that's the thing that I've kind of had to learn because I refuse to be one of those people that get on social media and say, "Well, y'all not supporting da 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 da,"
Uh-huh. Yep.
They know they not.
because you never know. Because you never know. Alenia, we
Right.
talked about this before. I've gone and I've looked at you know the demographics or the stats of some of the people that come and listen to the shows, and I don't know nobody in Austria and Switzerland and so on and so forth,
Right.
but people listening, you just never know.
Yeah.
So, Miss Odessa was like, "Yeah, that was you. I watched you. I saw you in it. I know that was a great one."
But that but I will say this, that's the way it should be. So you have,
Absolutely.
I mean, Antoine, you're opening up the platform for some amazing Baltimore based talent. And I think
Absolutely.
you had an artist on here. I think it was probably maybe my first or third interview that I did with you, and she said that she's like a director, producer, and she said that she wants people, she wants to get her talent from Baltimore, not
Yeah.
outside of Baltimore.
Yeah.
Why can't we be another, you know, LA or New York where hey, the hub is here? We have the talent here, but yet we don't have the support. So our talent goes outside
Yeah.
of Baltimore, right? Yeah.
I remember the conversation. I can't remember who
I
who
cannot
that was,
remember
but yeah, I remember who that.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that conversation.
Mhm.
And and my thing is, Hollywood comes here enough. You'd
Yes.
be amazed at how much stuff is filmed right here in Baltimore. So Hollywood
So
comes here
tired of
enough.
Right.
That we should be able to at this point. So,
Right.
Selena, I'm proud of you, man. I'm
Ah, don't be proud
We
of
other
me
just
than
right
mad
now
like,
at
what
your
because
is
this
this?
phone.
is
We
Hold on.
mad
this
We
is
at
gotta
your
like
talk.
phone.
We gotta talk about this phone mount that you're
We
using.
I need a
sorry.
laptop. I need to put that thing in the shop. Look, it's still doing it. I don't know why. Let me see.
I'm sorry.
I
I
love the
lost it.
transition of the main character not going to give away, but great film. Okay. Miss
What
Odessa
Okay,
somebody
wait a
says
minute.
say?
What is it?
she
I
loves
love
the
the transition.
transition of the main character. She's not going to give it away, but she said that it was a great
Great
film.
film.
So shout out. Yeah.
See?
Okay. What
Miss
movie was
Odessa
that?
is
Did she say what movie?
Um.
she said, I
First,
thought she said first,
first
was it
yeah,
first lady?
first lady. First
Okay,
lady.
okay.
Yep.
First
You
lady.
see how that? Let's take it.
Yeah. We gonna
Antoine, don't be mad. I promise next time I'll do better.
Selena. You known that you was gonna be on this show for 17 months now.
17. They ain't even had to- I think you need to go to be a comedian.
You need to go up there with Chris Rock.
Man, I
Music
tell
press pilot. Okay, so oh my god. Selena, hold the
you.
phone in your hand.
She knows how
Hold
to
it in your
Okay.
hand.
she knows how to come down to the clothes because
Hold it in your hand at this point. So my next question is, yo, this is why I love going live, yo. This is why I love doing this live because you just never know what's gonna happen. Now she's frozen, so she might be getting ready to get kicked off.
Baby, I cannot believe this is happening right now.
Selena,
this
come
is
back.
hilarious.
I'm
Selena,
trying. I'm trying.
come back.
She holding it by the phone.
Come back. Come back.
Okay, we'll stretch our hands to thee.
Farther I stretch.
Okay, I can't get it back. I don't know.
Well, we definitely. I will say this. I think
So
even
hold
with
on,
the
hold on, hold on, Elenia. Selena, go out and come back in real quick. Just go out, yeah, because she's totally frozen
yeah,
at this
she got that.
point.
I don't believe this is happening face.
See, that's that cricket phone. I keep telling y'all stop buying them
Oh
cricket
my
phones.
goodness, I had problems. That was just crazy. But I'm just all that I wanted to say, Antoine, was that even with her phone freezing, I think that it would really be a good idea to bring her back. She needs to advertise this thing, get it out
Yeah.
there for sure. Since she was on your show, sending
I
you the
don't know.
advertisement would work.
I don't know if I want to talk to her again. I don't like Selena like
Ye-
that.
Yeah,
I
you
can talk
do.
that trash
You
now
want
that
to
she's
be
not
in the
on
movie. You
here.
want to be in the movie.
I can talk that trash now that she's not on here. I don't know if I want to
You
bring her in.
so
No,
don't even act like that.
no,
Don't
but
even get cutting up.
see, here we go.
See,
Here
that's what you get. That's
we
what you
go.
get from that. God don't like ugly, and He sure is not keen on pretty either. Okay, so act
So
right.
she asked access granted to come out to the event to do some interviews on the red carpet, and then of course some filming, some videoing, during the actual event. So I hope that you can make it down on May the
You
7th.
know what? It's May 7th, right? She said May
That's
7th.
that's
Okay,
March, April. That's 2 months.
that's
That's
2 months.
2 months.
I will tell the
Tell them
husband.
now. Tell
I
them
will,
now.
and I will tell him tonight, and to put it on our schedule for and hopefully he will not have to work, so we can find
Yeah,
out the time and how I need to dress and what needs to
yeah.
happen because Lucy Pearl's gonna be out, y'all. Okay. But
I'm
yes,
gonna
I,
I'm gonna
I
dress
do.
up a
I
little
mean,
bit.
I do want to come down to support. It
Yeah,
just makes it a challenge being all the way up here.
I
And when my
understand.
husband has to work,
I understand. Trust me, you do not have
whew,
to explain to me. I
that's
definitely understand.
that's a real thing. When is Mother's? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Mother's Day is should be the following weekend because I'll be in DR on Mother's.
Okay, y'all going to the Dominican
I'll be in
Republic to
DR. Hey,
celebrate
hey,
Cece.
it's the wife's 50th.
I love it.
That's
Okay.
the way we gonna be celebrating.
Okay,
So
I'm gonna give it to her. Go ahead, girl. Do
yeah.
because I turned 50 during COVID. Okay, so
Mm.
yeah, that right there was something else.
And something that you can relate to. I got to give a shout out to my wife because she has totally embraced this whole natural
I
block
love her.
thing
Her hair is
that she's
growing
doing. Yes.
beautifully.
And now she's not even, she did have she did have a scarf over it today because she said she just wasn't feeling it. But
Hmm.
like she's actually going out in public now with, you
Good.
know, the whole, and I'm like, yo, I love it. I'm
Let
like,
me tell you something. There's two women to this day that
hold
has
on.
contributed to this. Because when I was getting ready to go on that creamy crack again, they said no.
Don't do it.
Sharquell, and Tara.
Shout out to Sharkel. Sharkel is the one.
Yes. She,
Sharkel is
yes.
Sharkel is the one that's been doing her hair.
Mm.
And I gotta give a shout out now that you brought Sharkel up. I gotta give a shout out to the Village Barbershop
Oh, yes,
Salon,
they
the
opened.
Wellness Center.
Did we talk about that?
No, we
We
didn't.
didn't talk about that.
While we waiting to see if she's coming back, we can talk about it. Yes.
Yes.
Super salute to my brother Christian Johnson and his wife Sharani
Yeah.
Johnson.
Let me give it
They
to
had,
him.
they had the official opening 2 weeks ago. You can go on the
Mhm.
Access Granted YouTube page and see some official footage.
Yeah, you got a lot of views
But
on that thing.
but like that shop is Alenia. It's a whole vibe.
Is it? I
So
know,
I was
but
there. I was
but you
there
know
the
what?
Saturday.
Shar is a whole vibe.
Sis, I was there the Saturday before they did the grand opening,
Mhm.
and I didn't even realize that I was there for 3 hours, and I was literally doing nothing but sitting around,
Chilling,
just chilling.
just chilling.
I'm not a big barbershop person. I've never gone to barbershop. Well, I'm not gonna say never, but I haven't been in barbershops. Shout out to my wife. Say yes, the whole vibe. ACC.
Whole vibe. Yep.
I haven't been to barbershops in forever because I have a
Mhm.
friend of mine that cuts my hair usually if I don't do it myself. But that barbershop is totally different than any barbershop that you will ever go to.
Wow. Wow.
I didn't hear one cuss word.
That's
It was just a whole, like, when I tell you that they need to burn sage in that shop just because it's just that whole kind of feeling. It was like
I love
it
it.
was, yeah, it was absolutely amazing. And
Mhm.
again, you can go there, you can get, you can get your hair cut, you can get your hair done. They have a person in there that does body sculpting.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Um,
wow.
they sell like oils and soaps and all of this kind of,
Oh, wow. Shea
waste,
butter.
yeah, all kind of, and shout out to, and this is crazy when I think about it. Shout out to Constance Franks. And I don't
Oh,
know if
yeah.
you know Constance.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
My mother took care of her
yeah,
baby.
so shout out to Constance because first of all, I did not know that she moved to a whole Antigua.
She sure did.
She moved to Antigua.
Mhm. And because she wants to set up where she can teach, like you
Yeah,
get a
right,
certification
right. So
from her.
I remember when she first started out
Mhm.
on let me pronounce this right, esthetician
Yeah,
thing. She
she is
started
a
out on that.
esthetician. Yes.
And now
Certified.
she's branched out to the point where, she's waking up looking at the beach every morning,
Mhm.
you know. But Chris and Shireen, the village, are gonna be her official distributors here
Wow. So you
of
can go
her.
and buy her products
Yeah,
right here.
yeah. So definite shout out, to her. But
I
again,
love
that
it.
that shop, you know, located in Carroll Island, right around the corner from the
Mm.
drive-in, you know, it's just
From
a whole,
Benji's.
yeah, right around the
Mhm.
corner from Benji's, and it's just a whole amazing
Vibe.
vibe. Like I said,
Nice.
I was there the week before, and I literally sat, and when I tell you I wasn't doing anything but sitting,
You
I
was just
literally sat
sitting.
there for 3 hours and just vibed out.
Nice.
And
Yeah, I plan on going down when I come down to see my mom. I want to
okay,
stop through
okay, yeah,
and see them because
yeah,
that right there. I mean, when they said, I was like, I'm like, it's a village.
yeah. It's literally, and they had this brilliant guy, that they reached out to
Who?
that did the logo, that's actually, on the front of the building and everything. Hold on, I think I might be able to. Do I
Who
have that
is this?
on?
Who is this?
Do I
Wait a
have
minute.
that on here?
Are we gonna find out who it is? Who? Who?
Uh, no, we're not because I don't have it sitting on my desktop anymore. What the heck did I do with the?
Why are you sounding like that?
What did I do with the?
See that's because you were talking about us. You talked about me not being able to get in Selena. Now Selena in the phone. Now that has been funny.
Oh my gosh, what did I do with the? I thought I had it
I
on my
don't
desktop,
know.
but I don't. I don't. But anyway, yes. Honored and privileged, literally honored and privileged. That they used my logo as the official. So when you pull up and you see that big sign that says the village with the hands pulling up, that's your boy.
Did
That's your boy.
that?
And Shireen,
So what you doing?
Shireen tried to
What you
pay
doing?
me.
Graphic design now?
I can do a little something. I can do a little something. I can do a little something. I came up with that logo right there. Wait a minute. Yeah.
That
I
behind
came up
you.
with that logo right there. Yeah, I came up with that.
Oh, okay.
I can
Make
I
it
can do a
happen.
little I can do a little something. I can
I
do a
know
little
that's
something.
right.
Let me hit Selena up real quick and see if she's actually trying to come back because if she's not coming back, we can end this show. But I definitely wanted to get her up here because like I just feel like Selena is one of those people that, as she said, she doesn't get like the recognition and the everything that she deserves. And when I look at the amount of work that she's put in, as far as like she's published over 30 books, not of her own but of other people's books. She's published over 30 books, and I don't think that she really gets the recognition that she deserves for the work that she's putting in for the city. So anytime she
Right.
is out and says that she went, and when she said that she was launching a perfume, first of all I was like, how, Sway? How you get your own? But she's done it.
I think it's wonderful. Yeah, because I
It's
mean,
amazing. it's amazing, and I love the fact that she asked us to come out, and be a part of the red carpet event and everything. So
Yeah.
I hope that you can make it down. Hopefully, hubby doesn't have to. Where is she at?
Word.
Selena. Her name's Selena. Oh, there she is.
Yeah, she's Selina.
SEL, and I was doing SAL exactly. But while
Ah,
we're waiting, real quick, because you've been kind of incognito.
yes, I have.
You've been kind as
And
far
that's
as
because
everything that you're doing. So yeah, while I'm
yeah,
waiting
I
for you,
and I'm not gonna I'm gonna like I said I think before, I had to rethink some things
yeah,
and and kind of alter my focus because there's some other things that I'm about to do that's more on a personal home
mhm,
base. So I'm really just putting some things in perspective. But when I'm able to put new things out, I definitely will be sharing it.
okay,
Um,
okay,
so I'm hoping that there is one project that I am working on with a business partner. And that's another thing. Knowing when you need to partner up and work with someone else that can help you be great. Okay. But
absolutely.
so hopefully we'll be able to have a commercial on Access Granted.
I won't even
So
charge you for it. I
look at
won't
that.
even charge. I
And
just take I just take it out of your check.
take it out take it out my paycheck. So
I just
I
take it
mean,
out of your check.
again, it's just being very honest. You still, there's still so much content on my
Yeah,
YouTube channel that you definitely, you can't get through it all. I actually have a ton
right.
of content on there.
No,
Besides
hold
Alenia
on.
Renee, Alenia Renee, uh, you can go head on over to the Joy Nook Book Club as well, and there's plenty of content there as well.
Oh, wait a minute. Speaking of which, let me put this back on the two person so we can see the logo for the Joy Nook Book Club.
Right there. See, you see it right there. Wait a minute.
it's,
Oh wait, right there.
it's like, wait a minute.
Y'all see it right there. Don't act like you don't
It's
see
in
it.
the lower right hand corner, depending on how you're looking
You
at the
see it
daggone
right
screen.
there. But that's where all of the
Yeah.
book interviews are, and that's one thing. Again, I haven't been able to go back to doing that, so I'm
Mhm.
hoping that in time, when personal life has to be a priority, your home
Yeah.
has to be a priority, and so I'm taking care of home right now in the midst of not steering away from my dreams, but making sure I keep things in perspective. And sometimes you have to do that because you will not be blessed if what you think is your extra becomes your first,
Right.
when your
Exactly.
priority should always be your home.
Yeah. I had
So
to learn. Here we go with this leaning
look at him,
microphone.
look at him. He was going to say something good too,
No.
Lloyd.
Yeah, I was, because I was about to say I had to learn that lesson even in church, even with
Hmm.
church
Yeah.
activities that can't, disrupt your home. But so since we're and we're gonna go ahead and end this at 8:30 because I don't think Selena's gonna be able to come back. But
Okay.
um so one of the things that I've been thinking about is making the Access Granted brand, the Access Granted show, whatever it is that you want to call it, um more of a content driven platform instead of just all shows, because if you go on our YouTube channel, like 97% of the stuff on there is the show itself,
Hmm.
which is fine and dandy. And we are the crazy part about this is we're already booked through April. Like we're literally booked through April. Um and we could be booked through the summer if I kept taking guests, but I've
Right.
stopped at this point because um I'm not completely 100% sure of the direction that we're going to go in the
Hmm.
future. I know I'm never going to say that we're going to stop doing shows,
Right.
Um, but whether or not it's going to continue to be a weekly show
Understandable.
is kind of up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is I have to find the time and the energy
Yeah.
to go out and do, all of the content things that we want. I do have a new segment that we're going to be starting called Access Granted, where I'm from,
Oh, okay.
and I'm just going to leave that at that. Um, I hopefully, in the next couple of days, will be securing the media access for the Maryland Auto Show, which will be at the Baltimore Convention Center um next weekend. Jeez, I didn't realize I was right around the corner.
Oh my
But
goodness. So
yeah, yeah. So so I'm saying all that to say that there's going to be some new stuff that's going to be popping up on on the channel. Um and I'm not sure if we are going to continue. No, let me take that back. We'll continue to do the show. I'm just not sure if it's going to be a weekly show.
right. And that's understandable. You have to
Yeah,
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 you have to you have to navigate where
right.
you feel
Exactly.
that it should go. Mhm.
Exactly. Exactly. And like, don't get me wrong, I love doing the show. I do have three really big shows, like as far as guests are concerned, that I definitely want to lock down and get them on. And hopefully we can get them on the live show, but if not, we may be pre-recording, and if that's the way that we have to get them, then it is what it is.
I think
But
that's awesome.
I've just kind of, my thought process for 2023 is kind of looking into some different ways just to kind of expand,
Yeah.
and so on and so forth. And I'll probably be pricking your brain
Okay.
a little bit for some stuff. Um, since you got me using microphones and stuff now, and
But
you
look
know,
at it. I'm telling you. But I love the direction that you're thinking of going
yeah,
in.
yeah,
Because if you look at your views, that
yeah,
stuff, your content stuff outside of this gets a lot of views.
yeah. It's time to start making some money from YouTube. At the end of the day, it's
Hmm.
it's,
Oh
it's
yeah.
time. It's time. I will admit, making some pocket change from
Good.
the podcast, the actual, all of the platforms that we put the
Right.
audio out on. But and we do what we do because we love it, but
Hmm.
we also want to make sure that we are, rightfully compensated. And
Right.
so, as I'm looking into some different options of, trying to take the podcast to another level, so to speak.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna be open with you. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with Charlemagne the God and the Black Effect Network, but
No.
I've been looking into that. Yeah, I've been looking into that. I've been
Oh,
looking
wait a minute. Did
into
you say the Black Network?
no, the Black Effect Network.
Oh, black. Okay, because
Yeah.
there was okay, because there was
So
something that
so
was given to me that had that kind of same name, and it was
yeah.
like you can literally. It's like buying into not buying into, but being in a virtual store
Mm,
house. It was
no,
really interesting.
this is an actual podcast network. It's run by
Hmm.
Charlemagne the God. Charlemagne the God, who is one of the hosts of the Breakfast Club.
Oh, okay.
Um, so I've been looking into that. I've been looking into Urban One podcasts and just trying to get my, just trying to do some research to figure out, some ways, some things that we can do to take, things to the next level.
Hmm.
Like, honestly, we're not in this to just be, here.
Right there,
We
you
want to,
go.
right. So,
Hmm.
I've definitely been looking into some new things, and you know, if stuff happens, I'll definitely let you know. I want us both to be bigger than where we are. And I think that the quality of our shows and the content that we put out, I think is, you know, where it can be.
Right.
We have the right machine behind us, and so just trying to figure out that machine. But in the meantime, um, just trying to figure out some ways that we can that I can personally take the Access Granted channel and the Access Granted
Mhm.
brand to another level. And I'm sure you
Right.
totally understand exactly where I'm coming from when I say that.
Oh,
Um,
yes.
yeah. So,
Mhm.
stay tuned and be on the lookout because
It's
yeah, I don't know
exciting.
where 2023 is gonna go. But when I look at some of the stuff that I've been putting out outside of just the show, you know, um the reception has been okay. But
Right.
in order to start really, monetizing on your content, you have to have X amount of subscribers, you have to have X amount of,
Mhm.
viewer hours and so on and so forth. And
Yep.
I have to
Yep.
be shout out, hold on, I gotta post this. Shout out to my pastor, the greatest pastor in the world.
Hey, time to level
Yeah,
up. Yes,
level
Pastor
up.
Phil.
I have
Yes.
to figure out some ways that, shout out
Not
to Miss
listen.
Odessa again. I
Thank
have
you,
to
Miss
just figure out
Odessa.
some ways that we can that we can, you know, take things to the next level. So I'm
Oh
I'm
yeah,
looking,
absolutely.
I'm always searching. I work from home, so I'm always searching,
Right.
for
Yeah.
some different ways. But what I have to do now is basically find a time to put out the content consistently,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
I don't have the time. It just
Right.
is what it is, you
Yeah.
know. And
But you have two with acapellas and acoustics and this and that.
yeah,
You have some room
yeah,
to make some things happen where if you
yeah,
pre-tape some things,
yeah, yeah. I
yeah.
just gotta, I just gotta
We
find
need to
time.
talk.
That's Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Shoot, well, let me know. We can
we,
we can talk.
we need to talk because that's how I did my book club so well.
Hmm.
Like I had content every week, every week, every
Right,
week
and
because
that's where.
everything was pre-scheduled, pre-recorded. So even
Yeah,
though I recorded it like in May, it may not have been scheduled to air until like June or July.
yeah, yeah,
And that's how you want to be. It's
yeah.
yeah, always ahead of the game.
So for me right now, it's just a matter of trying to make sure I can be consistent. And
Yeah.
it's funny because like one of my most viewed videos on YouTube has nothing to do with the show. It
That's
has
why I told
nothing to
you
do with Access
I've
Granted.
been watching
It
your
has
stuff. That's why
nothing
I
to
said
do with Access Granted. And that kind of made me think like, like, but we'll figure it out. We'll
and
figure it out.
you can break your interviews up. Like
Yeah, I've been told that too. I've been and actually I see it quite often. I'm a
yeah.
I'm a major I'm a major Deion Sanders fan.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been following his son, Deion Sanders Jr., on the social media thing that he's been doing for the past couple of years since they were at Jackson State University and now at
Right.
the University of Colorado. And it's literally just a matter of like you just said, like breaking up stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
I have to get out of my stubborn zone and start doing that because like literally that's the only thing that's stopping me from breaking up the videos. But I'll figure that out and
You
start
can
doing
do.
that as well. But
That's why I said we need to meet. We need
yeah,
to
but at the end of the day, it's just time for us to, really start taking our stuff to another level.
yeah.
Pastor Phil he's a he's a closet stand-up comedian, so I might just start following him around and getting some of his stuff.
I love it.
But yeah, we gonna figure some stuff out because 2023, man, it's gonna be some changes and some
Right.
monetizing and start paying
Yes.
getting paid for the work that we're putting in at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day. And anything that I can do to help to join the book club and etc. Just let me know. But yeah, that's it. Obviously, Selena is not coming back because she didn't even hit me back on a text message. So we can go ahead and close out the show.
Okay.
Next week we are gonna have my sister Darling Dina on the show. Darling Dina is a former MC from New York. Um and I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
We're gonna get some amazing stories. We're gonna get some amazing stories next week. And this is just and she's the mother of my mixologist who makes all of the Access Granite
Oh,
Long Island.
wonderful.
Definitely looking forward to chopping it up with her. But again, we are definitely booked through April. So, as long as nobody cancels on us,
Right.
we'll be here for at least the next 4 or 5 weeks. But I'm definitely looking forward to next week's show because Dina has an amazing history, man. And if you ever met her in person, you would never think that she has the stories that she has, but she has some
Right.
amazing stories. So I'm looking forward to chopping it up with her next week. So with that being said, man, thank you to everybody, Miss
Yes.
Odessa, Pastor Phil, Uncle Pass, aka Uncle Pastor, Passa, not Pastor, Uncle Pastor, Passa. My wife Cece, Ebony,
Yes,
Miss Odessa,
Cece.
everybody that turned in, man. Thank you guys. We appreciate you guys. And that's it. Sis, you got anything you wanna drop before we
That's it. Thank you very much. It was good being back and talking
um
to Selena.
um
Absolutely.
congratulations.
Thank you. I'll announce
I'm
in a
not
bit.
gonna get into it, but
Yeah.
congratulations. Yes, congratulations. I have to say that officially on air. And
Thank you.
yeah, that's it,
Thank you
man.
very
We will
much.
be back. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to that.
Yeah,
We'll be back
hold
next
it,
week.
hold
Yeah,
it,
I
hold
got something. I got something that I really want to put out, but I gotta hold on.
it. Okay.
I have to make sure that stuff is at least 90%
Got you.
accurate before I drop it. So right now it's like 89.9. I need to make sure that we get that point. But
Got you.
yo, shout out to my sister Tipsy Fiend. Um, and I just want to say I appreciate everyone that has purchased the signature Long Island iced teas. We now have bottles. We're actually it's funny because when you do something like this, you start it and then you have to kind of adjust as you go along. So
Mm-hmm.
we're kind of in that adjustment phase right now. So we're probably going to go from the $30 bottles down to like the $15 or $20 bottles. But we've literally sold out 4 times.
There you go. That's the way you want to
We've
do it.
literally sold out 4 times. And it's been nothing but great reviews. Oh my gosh, my brother George Hutchison. George Hutchison. So I can shout out to my brother George Hutchison, aka the guy that left me with the male fellowship choir. That's my guy right there, man. I
Good.
love George so much, man. Shout out to that brother right there. But yeah, so right now we currently have the dirty half and half, which is always going to be there because people love it so much. But we
Mm-hmm.
also have a flavor called Drunken Love, which is like a watermelon flavor of the Long Island. It's absolutely amazing. He said that's not right. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody, man, that's been supporting the signature Long Island. Um I've sold out of hoodies probably like 18 times. So shout out to everybody that's been getting the
That's
hoodies. We
wonderful.
gotta get a Joy Nook. We gotta get a Joy Nook.
No, I don't want the joy nookie. I told you. I know what I want to get. I just need to get an access granted. I need to get my life right. So I am going to send you my information because
I
I'll
was
be
about to
going.
say because we said that like 6 shows
Yeah,
ago
you
that you were
did. You
supposed to be
told me
sending me the information.
right, and then I
So
was just like,
now,
I don't want to mail it because I can when I come down to my mama's.
no, I don't mind mailing it. So if you want to, but you gotta, but at this point, we're about to get out of hoodie season.
Right, I'm gonna need a t. I wanted a t-shirt anyway, so and
Okay,
I want a
so
hoodie, but I do want a hoodie.
all right, so I mean, you gotta send me the information because we did say that like 6 shows ago,
No, it
and I
wasn't.
do.
No, it wasn't. It
All
was
right,
at least
four,
2 weeks ago.
3 shows. Okay,
You know what?
but
You know what?
I
We can
do want to
argue it
have
another
something.
time.
Oh, and y'all can't see this because of the color, but this says we all eat, and I want to give a shout out to gosh, let me get the name right. It's Desiree Hart's people.
Najee.
Sonia Speaks.
Oh, so
Sonia Speaks. And the
I
House of
thought you really was
Diamonds.
doing stuff.
and all of that and all of that. Yeah, this is you can't
Yeah.
see it because of the light, but this is a shirt that says "We All Eat," and this is one of their one of the shirts from their many entrepreneurial endeavors that they do. So
Mhm.
I definitely wanted to put that out
The
there. So,
major entrepreneurial
oh
family.
my gosh. I need to we need to get them up here just to talk about all of the work. And I know it may be hard because Sonia and Damon don't want any recognition for the stuff that they're doing.
Mm,
But the stuff that they're doing is amazing. They're feeding the
amazing.
homeless, they're
Right.
making a difference in the community, they're bringing up young, entrepreneurs in the city, their children included, but also, some other. So I'm gonna reach out. We gotta bring them
Okay.
time soon. But that's it. I'm out of here. We out.
All right.
I love
We're
you.
out.
It took us 3 weeks, but we finally came back and da, 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 da. Hold on. Give me them rockers one time. Give it to me. There we go. Hey man, we will be back. You saw that, right? Even the
Yeah.
microphone said it's
That's
time.
because see you don't be acting right. See, I told you what to do. You got to do it backwards.
Man, we will see you guys next Monday. Access
Yes.
granted the par stream. We love you guys. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Have a great remainder of the week. Have a great weekend. We'll see you guys next week.
All right. Bye.